Hello, fellow diggers. Well, you know, I did my video the other day when I got that new package from Mark. The couple of frames that he did for me, just amazing. The preferences, and then the 1958 a year in coins. Got a halfpenny, ship halfpenny, and a shilling, and a sixpence. One other coin, I think it may be a penny or something, but anyway, there's 4 coins, 1958 coins, and the thing looks like a damn award, like something you would get awarded to you at some kind of a company function or whatever. But this box, I don't know for a fact, but I think I may be the only person on this side of the pond that has one of these. I think I've seen John and Jackie get one. Dave may have one. I know John 316 has one. And I know he had that one up in a contest that had the Celtic Dragon. And oh, I tried to get that one. That Celtic Dragon was cool. But I don't think I've seen any 2 of these that are exactly alike. And you look at this thing, I swear to God, Mark, I pick it up 6-7 times a day. And I go over every square inch of it trying to feel where the matchsticks go together, and you can't. And looking at the different cuts that you had to make, I don't know if you're using a small coping saw or if you're using a Dremel tool. I don't know what you're using, but I do know that you're no less an artist than Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo were, because this is incredible. I mean, all the cuts that you had to make to get this thing to go together right. Because first you had to get all the matchsticks cut and glued onto this box to cover every possible surface on this box. And then on the back here where you did the flag, I know the stars aren't made from matchsticks. You must have found a star-shaped dowel rod or something that you could cut into little squares, little coins, for lack of a better term, and put where the stars need to go. But several of these matchsticks, it'd be a full stick that go around 3 stars. So you had to cut the matchstick to fit around the curves of each star all the way up and keep it from breaking until you got to the end and got it in place. And then a couple of them you had to cut some little bitty pieces, little half moon or quarter moon shaped pieces to fit in on the bottom of the star and against that stripe. And it just amazes me. I sit here with my magnifying glass and look at them, and okay, that's a full matchstick to there. You had to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cuts, curved cuts, to get that one matchstick in place. And then you got another matchstick that the cuts aren't quite as severe, but there's still a lot of cuts. And then the stripes, you got matchsticks going horizontal, and then you got them going at an angle to give the illusion of a different color. The red and the white, and the red and the white, and the red and the white. And it's just incredible to think that you did this all with matchsticks. And then you had to get a plate made. I don't know if you've got, I doubt seriously that you've got the machine to engrave out these plates yourself, but you might. I'm not saying for sure you don't, because you just might. But you had to get the plate made. And then you had to put the penny in place, so you had to cut the matchsticks out to go around each of those as well. and get them to fit in just right. And there's no gap. I mean, they fit right in there, and there's no serious gap around any of them. Then put that clear varnish or acrylic sealant. I use clear acrylic when I'm doing something like, well, I say something like this. I don't do something like this. When I'm doing something that I need to seal, some kind of woodwork, I use a clear acrylic. But I know you put on the acrylic or the varnish and you let it dry. And the next morning you take a fine grit sandpaper and you sand it down, rough it up a little bit for the next coat. Put the next coat on and let it dry till the following morning. I don't know how many coats you got on here, but I would guess probably about 10. That takes an awful lot of skill and patience. Something of which I don't have either. Not for this kind of work. I was an electrician before I became disabled. Now I can go into a completely empty building the size of a football field, and when I leave there's offices and conference rooms and break rooms and everything, and lights and switches and receptacles in every room, and a big lunch room. We may have the lights in there, the 4x4 light fixtures on a checkerboard pattern, where you flip one light switch and every other light goes on. Then you flip the other light switch and the others go on. Emergency circuits and everything working with 277 and 440, and then the 120 voltage for the receptacles, which I know, we're on a 60 hertz, and I think y'all are on a completely different hertz. And I know you're on a different voltage. I think your standard receptacles are 208, aren't they? 208, 220, something like that. And we plug in something, if it would even fit the outlet, if we plugged in something that's a standard, like a TV or whatever over here, it would immediately fry it. Because we're on 120 volt and you're on 200 and something volts. But I can do that. I can do a little bit of cabinet work, things like that. I can do sheetrock. I can do a little bit of plumbing. All this kind of stuff I picked up from watching the other trades on the jobs when I would be working with them, because we'd have to kind of work together to get things to go together. I'd have to cut my lights out to go in cabinets, and they'd have to come get me to disconnect something where they could put something together. And I was a foreman for the electrical contractor, so I got to learn to prints extremely well, and I had to work with some superintendents, some of which were complete and total assholes, and some were teddy bears. But I learned a little bit about most of the trades. But I couldn't do nothing like that. I don't have the patience, and I damn sure don't have the dexterity for it. I tremble too much. But that thing just amazes me, and I've had several people comment on how cool that box is, and I've got to agree. And I really do kind of feel like I'm probably the only person on this side of the pond that has one. And if that's the case, it makes me feel kind of special. So, once again, I want to tell you thank you for all of it. In particular, that box, but all of it. I mean, the South African ship halfpenny, that's cool as hell. The New Zealand penny's cool. The threepences are cool, and the year and coins, the 1958 coin plaque. And that's right in there. And y'all had no way of knowing, but my wife's birthday was actually on the 18th, and I think we got the package on the 19th, which was one day after her birthday, and that was just right on time. So Treasure Jack mentioned, boy, you got all that stuff and it wasn't even your birthday. No, it wasn't my birthday, but it almost was my wife's birthday. But I was telling her the other day, I said, you know, Mark says here that you look like a wonderful lady. He don't know you too well, do he? Anyway, guys, thanks again. I really do appreciate it. And eventually I'll get to where I can leave that box alone if I don't rub all the varnish off of it beforehand and have to replace it myself. I do have a can of clear acrylic in there, so if that happens, I'm ready. But thanks again, man. And until next time, guys, this is your one and only Penny Digger. Oh, one more thing before I go out. Little update. You know, I've been having the wound care, not wound care, the home health people come out to bandage my nub and do my left foot because I've had a diabetic ulcer on my back heel, which it's healing up pretty good. But in 2006, they took out a bone between my big toe and the toe next to it because it was infected. And when they did that, my toe instantly went, nyeh. Well, now, right here on top of the knuckle, I got a sore. And it got bigger and bigger. And it got kind of infected, and they had me on antibiotics. And I ran out of the antibiotics, and as soon as I did, it swelled up about 1.5 times normal size. And I know when I go in to see the surgeon, he's going to be like, okay, we got to take that toe. And I'm going to tell him, damn it, doc, can't you give me my prosthetic and let me get up and walk in on one before you go messing with the other one? I don't know if he's going to let me do that or not, but I'm going to try it. As long as it's not endangering my other foot. If I can put it off for a week and at least get my prosthetic where I can get out of my chair and on the shower bench and on the commode and everything without having to have a crane set up in the bathroom to lift me out of my chair and onto the toilet. That's what I want to do. But just thought I'd fill y'all in on that, and I don't know it's a definite yet, but I'm pretty sure he's going to want that toe. I'm not worried about it as long as I can keep the foot. That one toe, as long as it's not the big toe, that affects your balance. This one I don't think is going to affect that much. I've basically been without it since they took that bone out because it's useless. I've been expecting them to want to take it for a long time. So, one toe, okay. I'll give you a toe, and if you ain't nice to me, I'll give you a finger. Anyway, I want to fill y'all in. And this is your one and only Penny Digger. And I'm out.